Alright, hopefully this is recording. In light of what's going on overseas and the potential for there to be big fucking problems, one, it's the beginning of the month, so if you haven't gotten paid, you'll get paid tomorrow on Friday. I would highly recommend that if you can afford it, top your groceries off. Alright. Common sense tells you that if shit hits the fan, then you're only going to get a certain amount of time before you run out of everything that you really fucking like. So try to give yourself a little bit of a buffer. The thing I was talking about that I'm in the middle of is I keep a certain amount of gas on hand for emergencies. I'm in the middle of rotating that out. So today, instead of driving something more economical, I've been driving my 1-ton dually to run the gas out of the front tank as much as I can. Been running around since noon pretty much non-stop, and it's 3:20 and I'm going to get home. I spent about $440 in groceries and then $103 on fucking cigarettes for my dad. So those groceries are, I bought toilet paper, a case, I bought a case of napkins. We go through napkins a lot. I got 2 pounds of coffee for me, like Folgers. I'm not actually drinking it yet, but my intent is to come off of Starbucks, but I don't know how good that's going to work. Got my wife some potato skins, got her a bottle of lemon juice, got her some apple pies, got 4 boxes of Sweet and Low. My dad drinks Sweet and Low, and he's drank Sweet and Low for fucking decades, since the 90s or earlier, and it hasn't killed his kidneys, so I was doing Splenda until I saw a video on YouTube, and basically it's sugar. So I stopped doing that shit. I got 2 cases of that shit, 1,000 packets each, so that's emergency use. Got my dad 2 boxes of coffee. I just got 2 more 6-packs of Root Beer Zero and 2 things of iced tea for my dad. Past month, for like a week, they had the tea he likes to drink. They didn't have it in the serving size. So what's today? Thursday? So Monday, I think I bought 4 packs of it because it was there. I went back and bought 2 more. So that'll last him about close to 3 weeks. He drinks almost 2 of those a day. They're little 16, 12-ounce bottles. So there's a real danger that by this time tomorrow or late evening that things are going to kick off between Israel and Iran. I listened to Travis at Prepared Homestead yesterday. He puts out some decent advice. And listen to John, Prepper-Nation. He's something wrong with him. He's sick. So I don't know if he's a vain man or he's not happy with what happened from the sleep study or whatever, but I had a sleep study done, and when they pull the little fucking electrodes off, sometimes some of your hair and your fucking scalp goes with it. So put a hat on, John. That's all I can tell you. Your shit will grow back. But it's looking more and more like no matter who wins, it's going to be bad. And it's sad because I think our nation's going to come apart at the seams. And I made a bad mistake by not buying that land. Either one of the properties I looked at would have been a good place to be. So, trying to decide here it would take me 60 days and being very, very, very strict on what I spend my money on to pay my Challenger down sell it at a loss. The loss would be what I would have to pay it down into in order to sell it. And I might get some of that money back depending on what they offer for me. And then it would be 6 months before I could afford to put the 20% down on the land and get approved. So, we're talking 8 months. And basically, it's going to be 8 months too late or 8 months just in time. I can accelerate that. I have a car that's getting painted. I had it up for sale for like a month. Nobody really was interested in it, and then mostly because it was ugly. Now it's going to be painted, and all the dents are going to be fixed. It's not going to match the inside door jams, but who cares? I might be able to get 12 grand for that. Sell a motorcycle and expedite everything by 3 months, but you don't know what the future holds. That's the thing. But I can tell you the future does look like it's going to be ugly. So, I've got a car that I'm going to drive. Tomorrow morning I'm going to be tied up with getting a motorcycle swapped back to stock pipes, because it got considerably better gas mileage like that. We put aftermarket pipes on there, and I was hoping they would be pretty loud, and they're not very loud at all. So there's no safety benefit to keep going on. So tied up with that most of the morning, if not all morning, and then running out the door to get some lunch or coming back home to feed my dad. And it's Friday again, and I can probably postpone doing what I'm going to do with this truck and the fuel cans I have until Saturday morning. But that basically puts me a day behind. A day behind sometimes is the day difference between living and dying, so you kind of don't want to do that. So tomorrow I may be sweating my ass off pouring cans into the tank. But here's what it is. Keep your prep topped off as much as you can. Follow the advice most of the preppers universally say. Keep your gas tanks at a half a tank or higher. Alright? If you can be armed, be armed. I'm not encouraging you to hurt or kill anybody, but I am encouraging you to be able to defend yourself. Right? Most of the people that I know who carry guns ain't interested in hurting anybody. They just don't want nobody to hurt them. Because the people who would hurt them absolutely do not care about the law. So, make your own decisions on that. This is just my opinion and my advice. Alright? You got 24 hours basically until things may go south in the Middle East. Depending on how bad that goes and how quickly it goes, price of gas is going to go up. And when the price of gas goes up, the cost of everything fucking goes up, because gas is the one common denominator. You can't get anything from the store that wasn't taken there by a fucking truck. Right? Doesn't matter what store you shop in, somebody delivered that shit. Right? And the cost of that goes up, everything fucking goes up. So if you think fucking shit's bad, or has been bad, I think it's been terrible. But imagine the price of fuel being $10 a gallon. There's going to be a lot of motherfuckers who can't afford to even drive to work. Right? You need to think the what if scenario. What happens if this happens? What can I do? Where am I going to go? And then you need to make plans based on what you think is going to happen. And that's all you can do is make educated guesses, because our plans are our plans and God has a different plan. Personally, I think it's terrible that there's a good chance millions of motherfuckers are going to die. This jackass in a fucking Toyota who's all popped up and got an air breather. Fucking dick. Pulled out in front of me and impeded me. Don't fucking hurry for anything. He's in a Nissan, so he's not in a Toyota. It's even worse. Anyway, information is knowledge and power. Live a little, prep a lot. Keep your ear to the ground and pay attention to what's going on, and make decisions based on what you know and what you see. Cherry Prepper out.